How to score like Luka Doncic. If you haven't heard about Luka Doncic, you are not an NBA fan. In just his second season in the NBA, Luka Doncic averaged 28.8 points, 9.4 rebounds and 8.8 assists, making him one of the most gifted young players breaking through these days. Doncic was raised to adore the king. His game is always giving you awesome vibes. For this video, let's explore how he scores and what you should inspire in him. Before moving ahead, welcome to our channel. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to stay updated on all of our latest and most intriguing content. Let us start with the intro of Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is a professional basketball player who currently plays for the Dallas Mavericks. He was born in Velenia, Slovenia on February 28, 1999. He is listed as 6'7", 2.1 meters tall, but I'm not sure if that's his real height, because he looks taller in some pictures. He is European and not American, which means he's going to do whatever he wants with the ball. The way he scores reminds one of James Harden. He attacks a path towards his desired destination off the dribble in a physical and unspashed manner. If you try to stop him, he just lets it fly or uses crafty footwork to slip around you to the basket where he loves to lay it in or kick it out wide open. Luka Doncic is the best basketball player in Europe. That's right, the whole damn continent. At the age of 19, he has already made his way onto some rather prestigious basketball teams and beaten multiple EuroLeague players in pickup games. Getting the whole Luka Doncic thing right away is crystal clear to us. Doncic is a terrific shooter, especially off the catch, who has a great court sense. The Slovenian basketball superstar Luka Doncic is the NBA draft #1 overall pick and is the youngest player in league history to be voted into the All-Star game. He had an extraordinary senior season, led his Spanish professional team Real Madrid to win the EuroLeague title and was chosen as EuroLeague MVP. What's even more astonishing, it all happened when he turned 19. Like many scouts and experts predicted, Luka Doncic enters his first NBA season as a starter after becoming the youngest player to win EuroLeague MVP and EuroLeague Final Four MVP this past season, 2018 to 2019. Doncic was selected as the #3 overall pick in the 2018 NBA draft by the Atlanta Hawks. He was later traded to the Dallas Mavericks for Trae Young. In less than a year, the Slovenian guard has risen from playing outside his home country to being selected with a top 3 pick in Europe's premier international competition, to now playing amongst the best professional players in the world, the National Basketball Association. Doncic's style of playing basketball is unique, fresh and revolutionary. He is a big combo guard with point guard skills who can do everything on the floor and has the ability to score at all 3 levels. He performs including scoring, rebounding, assisting and steals no matter what position he plays. He's very accurate as a shooter with a high 3-point percentage and he can play great defense. He has a unique combination of size and skill that enables him to do things that nobody has ever done before. It's almost as if he plays a different sport than everyone else. Luka Doncic's game is based on open floor passing and player movement. His great vision allows him to be an excellent passer as well, which isn't uncommon for European players. He also has a keen ability to see the floor, rather than quickly looking past it, to help set up scoring opportunities. This is an example of his court vision and passing ability. After this play, Luka retreats out of the picture, but he is the hub of the wheel. He's always moving, always probing, and always 2 or 3 steps ahead of everyone else. Much of the time he looks like a kid, but the way he thinks and the way he plays points to a future where he doesn't have to be one anymore. Some young athletes are good at playing team sports. It's generally easier for them to make a contribution to the collective effort, and they are often not as likely to ruin a team by making selfish decisions. Luka Doncic is not one of those guys. There's something different about Luka. He plays basketball in a way that leaves everyone in awe. His handles are so tight, his passes are crisp, and his eye on the game so sharp that it's a wonder his teammates can keep up. The first thing you notice about Doncic is a person and humility. He is polite and deferential. The second thing you notice about him is his confidence. It's not really brash because of what's it rooted in, which is his ability to back up any statement he might make with an action, either a play he made on the basketball court or an answer to something he said in a press conference. No other young basketball player in Europe has a wide reach as Luka Doncic. He connects the Slovenian, Spanish and European basketball scenes by continuously connecting with other players on social media and attending games. The stories he shares of his fellow EuroLeague players are incredibly interesting. Many of the narratives go beyond borders and foster international basketball culture. In some cases, Doncic acts as a kind of Pied Piper, gathering kids into basketball academies. The word great is often used when describing Doncic's style of play, but for me it seems more important to pay attention to the process. Doncic knows what he wants and what he aims for every time he steps onto the court or touches the ball. It will be interesting to see how that process can be influenced by his lifestyle choices off the court. For him, maybe it's not the repetition of skills, maybe it's not the discipline instilled by his brothers and his father and his coaches, maybe it's Doncic himself, in all his sincerity, honesty, rigour and determination. Subconsciously or consciously, he studies every great point guard who's ever lived, picking up a few tricks from each one without being conscious that those are the sources. They are just the things he sees other players do and finds himself doing as well. It feels natural. He doesn't even have to think about making him so fit that the opponent bounces off him looks like an Olympic volleyball player hitting a brick wall. And then there's the humility factor, the healthy ego of someone who is aware of his own prodigious talent, but it's always striving to be better. On some level he knows how good he already is and how much room there is to still improve. If you were to ask Luka who his role models was, he'd point out that he doesn't need one. He admires and respects some players, but he does not find them inspirational. They did things differently, their mannerisms or the way they act aren't what Luka would follow or try to copy anyway. The takeaway after all that for us is that Doncic is a very fun prospect. He has a rare combination of physical skills and mental ones. He has the best dribble and drive skills of any prospect in our database. He's simply head to shoulders above the rest, and while he's not likely to reach Westbrook's star power, something like Millsap might be more realistic. That would be outstanding. A Euro star with limited offensive but incredibly effective as a versatile role player due to his ability to switch on defense, handle in a pick and roll and post up smaller players. So you excited to watch his next game? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to get in touch with our squad. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now and be happy.